Larry Lawrenson, William Svensson, Emil Svensson, Christopher Sloan, and Saskia. Let me see, Saskia Maltz. I'm hoping I'm not getting those names a real bad pronunciation. I'm trying to do my best. It's people from so many different countries, so it's a lot of different languages on the lanes. It's not easy to get them all right. We're just doing our best, and I'll try to keep you informed while we solve the issue. It looks like it's working. Let us know if you are watching online. And Becky, you were telling us that 13 to 20 wasn't working. If you are over there, let us know, or that everything is working fine. From our side, it seems to be solved. Thank you so much for letting us know. Matt Jacks said the same, not able to see 13 to 20. Now they say thank you, sir. So I believe it's working. Yeah, they're fixed. Okay, love it, love it. I truly appreciate you guys being so active and letting us know, because it's a lot of people in here trying to do the best we can. It's not easy when we're trying to, it's a lot of lanes, it's a lot of cameras, a lot of different channels into the YouTube. So thank you very much for being so cooperative with us. We truly appreciate. Next time we meet, I'll buy you a drink, both of you. So thank you so much. Uh, let's see. We have some strikes going on. Dominic Barrett, front 3. Ben Robinson, front 4. Thomas Larsen, spare and a triple. Andrew Anderson, spare and a double. Who else is doing good? Alexander Larsen, spare double. Justin Knowles, spare double. Bjorn Jensen, double spare, all the way to the right side of the alley. Christopher Sloan, a 19 and 20, 4-bagger, front 4. Looking good. As I said, this might be the squad that finally breaks the 1400. Is it going to be this the one? I surely hope so. Is this going to be the squad where we see more than 4 or 5 people shooting more than 100 over? I hope so as well. I really hope the scores keep going a little bit higher, and we see some movement up in the cut. That would be very fun. I'm going to give you a little bit of information on how the standings are at the moment. Leader of the tournament, 193 over, Ethan Fury, bowling on a league of his own. He bowled, actually has the 2 higher squads in the tournament so far. Top 3 bowlers is Ethan Fury, Joachim Karlsson with 1380, Thomas Larsen with 1376. Just one pin short is Hakim Tun from Malaysia. Another pin short is Ryan Barnes with 1374. Then if we take a look at the gateways, we have on the previous squad, we had 2 ladies who scored a little bit higher than they had. Nora Johansson, 1234, Peppi Consteri, 1228. If we look at the early birds, are those the early birds? Yeah, 1 to 4. 1264 for Anders Torben, 1263 for Thomas McNeil, 1260 for Pontus Falkhel, and 1253 for Wilmer. That's going to be a hard one. Kvarnström. Thank you, buddy, for your help. The seniors, Martin Paulson remains on the lead for the seniors with 29 overs, 12.29. And the second position, Peter Lung, 11.49. I saw Oscar Bronstrom in the alley. I'm guessing he's going to bowl again. He's also on the seniors, so he's on the lanes now. It could be. Yes, he's actually bowling on lane 3 and 4, so Oscar is going to have to try to beat at least those 11.50, yeah, 11.49 Peter Lung had, so 11.50, that's the score he wants to achieve at least. Then when we see the under 21, we have Robin Norberg with 12.51 and Juho Buppola with 12.55. Juho was just bowling on the previous squad. It was good to see they had 50 over. I had no idea that he was an under 21. And just before you go away, I'm just going to remind you on this squad, I'm going to have to take a 30 minutes break in between. I have a critical appointment, but I'll be right back. Action will be on. The cameras will carry on. Maybe we find somebody to talk in those 30 minutes that I'm away, but I'll be back as soon as I can, and I'll carry on with the action. And For now, let's see. With some people is talking to us, the stream working fine now on the lanes on to the right. Okay, lovely. Thank you for letting us know. Okay. Pretty much, I think I've gave you all the information. The only thing missing to tell you is the complete turbo results for Game 5 is at the moment Noel Strandman with 277 and Juhani Tonteri from Finland with 275 on the turbo for Game 6. Now, that is all the information I can give you for the moment. Now we can go back to the action, see how people is doing on the lanes. We see on 5 and 6, Mario Del Gaudio has got a spare and 4 in a row. Also on that pair, we find Dominic Barrett with a triple spare strike. For some reason, there's one bowler not playing over there, right? If we throw after the warm-up? So, lanes 19 and 20. Williams Benson, Emil Benson, Saskia Maltz, and Christopher Sloan. The little crazy guy from Ireland, he's doing pretty good now. He's got 4-bagger, 8 spare. Walking into the lane number 19 for his 6th frame on the game. He's bowling around 22 on the arrows. It's looking very smooth, letting the ball do the job, and that was a very nice shot for Christopher Sloan. Another good strike. I'm happy to see Dominic Barrett is started okay with a triple, 9 spare and a strike. Dominic is not only a great bowler, he's a good friend. We've been crossing paths with each other many, many years. He used to come and bowl the International Open in Barcelona many years ago. And I have a lot of esteem for this guy. He can really bowl. He has been struggling a little bit on some previous squads. He did not really find what to do with the lanes. But I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of information and he's got some ideas on how to go for it on this squad number 2 of Friday. So it's a lot of interesting bowlers in lane 1 and 2. We not only can see Thomas Larsen, but Jesper Svensson. We also can see Lucas Bananen. He's from Finland. He's a very young guy, very talented. He did really, really good a few weeks back, also in this bowling alley for the under 21 World Cup. So it's another guy you want to keep your eye on. And if you check on that camera, you have some good bowlers as well also. You have Ben Robinson, you have Jarno Latti, obviously the former PBA Rookie of the Year, Santu Ta by name. 9 spare triple, 9 miss double. He's not going to be happy about that 9 miss, but Santu is also a strike machine. When he finds his spot, he can go on forever. Another guy we have seen doing some striking is Sandro Brandt. Is currently on lane 15 and 16. He got a strike, spare, and a triple. He's going to take a shot pretty soon. And he's one of those guys, when he gets himself comfortable on the lane, he can really start striking all day long. But if I'm honest, we could say that about many of the guys on the lanes at the moment. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of good bowlers over there. It's a lot of good bowling going on. So make sure you don't miss the action. And if you don't want to miss the action during the rest of the year, make sure you subscribe into our YouTube channel. It's 100% free. You just have to click the button and you're going to become a member of our Storm Lucky Larsen Master YouTube channel. And you're going to have a lot of cool experiences, a lot of bowling going on during the rest of the season. A lot of PBA regional, a lot of Swedish National League. Probably going to be some bowl reviews and some coaching going on. It's more and more stuff coming. Good bowling, and the most of it all, the best of it all, 100% free. And we see quite a few people staying above par. We can see Kyle Trupp. He just got a big split, but he's got double spare, spare, double. And it's 3-9-10, so it's a spare that he can recover. Right to his, on his right side, Christopher Sloan with a 4-bagger spare double. Now he just left the 4-pin, so it could be an easy spare for him. A nice spare for Kyle Trapp with the 3-9-10. That was very nice to see. It's going to keep him in the positive mood, and he can focus again on the next 3 frames to try to increase that scoring pace. We have also AJ Johnson on lanes 9 and 10. He's got the double, 9 spare, and a triple. He's going to take his shot pretty soon on lane number 10 to try to keep going up on his scoring pace. First, we're going to see on 7-8, Andrew Anderson bowling on lane 7. Nice shot. Second double for him on the lane, on the game. Now lane 10, AJ Johnson. He's looking for the 4th bagger. AJ is bowling somewhere around 21 on the arrows. Every one of them is quite stiff on the angles. Nobody's trying to run as many boards as and we see in some other events. You want to try to keep it simple. It was a very nice shot for AJ. So double, 9 spare and 4 in a row on a working pace for a 270 game. And AJ has been starting a little bit low on each squad he has bowled. So the fact that he can do a good game on fresh, it's going to be good news for him. I guess I could say the same thing both for Dominic Barrett and Andrew Anderson. They had some issues on fresh, but now they're looking pretty steady. Dominic has only strikes and 9 spur, and the same for Andrew Anderson. Dominic Barrett has a triple, Andrew Anderson had a double, and now he has a double working on trying to get the triple. The rest of the shots are 9 spur, so they're staying away from any kind of issues and troubles. Not a positive frame for Christopher Sloan. On the 9th, he missed a little bit outside. He kind of hit the penalty zone, we could say. He's got a big one shot. He's going to have not an easy spare now on the 9th frame. Okay, let's see if Sloan can make that spare on lane 20. Oh my God, he almost got it in between those. So that's a very expensive frame. 5-1 for him on 9th frame. That's gonna put him on 198 on the 9th frame, still above the par, but he was working on a 250 game, so it's not a very happy frame. Now I'm gonna turn my eyes into the other side of the bowling alley. We have Jesper Svensson on lane number 1, trying to get the double so he can try to secure a 200 game. Okay, that was a good shot. Gets the double. He had the previous double, but he had a couple of bad countings. He had the 8 spare, 6 spare on frame 3, double and 7 spare, and then a 6 and 2. So the counting has dropped down a little bit, but if he strikes again, he's going to go all the way up to 206. Jesper is one of, I would say he's the only one using urethane at the moment in this field. Right beside Jesper, we see Thomas Larsen from Denmark. He's bowling pretty good, pretty consistent. He just got the messenger to get the strike on the 11th as well. So Thomas Larsen is going to begin his journey on this squad with a game of 240 something. If it's a strike, it's going to be a 244. That was not a positive 11th frame for Jesper. It was another washout. So it's going to be a game of 190. A big split for Dominic Barrett now on lane 5. Right after the double. So he had a triple, 9 spare strike, 9 spare double, but now he's got a big split. A little bit of an expensive 9 frame for the United Kingdom people. It was a big split for. It was a big split for Dominic Barrett. It was a big boy shot for Christopher Sloan. Uh, let's see, AJ Johnson. He got the 10 pin, but he took the spare, so it's on a double 9 spare, 4 in a row, 9 spare. AJ Johnson bowling on lanes 9 and 10. Uh, if you guys want to find out which lane is someone bowling when I'm mentioning some of the names and you happen not to be on that camera, feel free to ask me. I'm gonna give you the lane number right away. A quick reminder, if they are bowling on the left lane, they're gonna move 4 lanes to the left. If they're bowling on the right lane, they're gonna move 4 lanes to the right. By the end of the squad, they all gonna be bowling again in where they started on the first game. Okay, lane 7 and 8, Andrew Anderson, 9 spare double, 9 spare, 9 spare, 4 in a row. Is gonna get into the 10th with a chance of a 250 something game. I believe that would put him on the lead of the squad. I don't see anybody scoring any higher. The only one that could do as high as him would be AJ Johnson, who's just shooting on lane 10. And he gets a wonderful strike. AJ seems to be very comfortable at the moment. It's looking really, really solid. So both of them with a chance to make 258. If you remember, both AJ and Andrew, they were partners at Motif brand. AJ remains a Motif bowler, not Andrew. He signed for Storm. He's been bowling for Storm brand, and it has been quite a successful year for him. So it felt like it was a very good change for him. Okay, lane 19 and 20. William Spencer, not so good, 158. Christopher Sloan, after a very big open frame on the 9th, he shot 218. That's a okay start. If I look at lanes from 13, 14 to 20, there's a couple more guys who are going to be on the 200s. We're going to see Kyle Trupp currently shooting on lane 18. He needs another strike for double and a 220. Looks like Kyle is using the Iron Max with a lot of polish on it. He gets the strike on the 11, so he's going to shoot the 220. No, I was saying, and the same thing I was talking about. It's Andrew Anderson. He also had a little bit of an issue at the fresh, but both of them are on a scoring pace of 258. If they strike out, that will be quite a good start. They will be very happy about it. And we have somebody coming and say hello. Just quickly say hello. I'm gonna ask the people if they know who is talking.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? How many people do we have watching?
Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't really looked. People come and go, but I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, see if someone could guess who was talking on the microphone. I'm gonna give you a small, just to let you know, it's a PBA bowler. He's super humble, super kind. One more tip: he's bowling one hand. So does anybody know who was saying hello to you guys? Oh, it was a split for Andrew on the 10th frame. There we go. Oh, yeah, they get it. Alexander Jansson says, Frankie. They catch you, buddy. Thanks for passing by. Okay, it was 210. Let's see if he can get the spare. Ah, close. All right, 220 something for Andrew Anderson. Was not a happy ending, but 224, it's definitely a lot better than he was doing on Fresh, so he's going to be happy with that. He's been doing really good after game 1, so it should be a good beginning, I would say. Even if it's not the best 10 frame, you're not what you're looking for, but on the way to work on it. Now we're going to have to wait and see what AJ Johnson is doing on the 10 frame. Dominic Barrett also get over par, 211. We have quite a few games over par at this moment, so it's a good and a nice start of squad. this second squad of Friday here at Helsingborg Olympia Bowling Alley. Pretty cool that people is doing better. So Mario Del Gaudio, 232. Dominic Barrett, 211. Oscar Bronstam fighting for the senior spot, 220. Santu Tabainen, 211. Jarno Latti, 216. Ben Robinson, 221. Thomas Larsen, 244. William Berggren, 205. Kyle Trupp, 222. Chris Lohan, 218. Saskia Maltz, 204. Nicholas Carter, he just missed his pair, so he's not going to be 200, 199. Alexander Larsson, 205. AJ Johnson, no, I don't believe you. Not only the 210, but the 2810. What's going on with these guys on the 10 frame? Are we chinksed in them? Uh, let's see if we can get the spare. Otherwise, it's going to be another 220 game. Pontus Andersson, a little bit of a messy game as well for him. It's going to go on if it doubles 180. So AJ Johnson 7-1 on the last on the 10 frame, so 224. Still is a lot better than they were doing on fresh. So they need to stay happy. They need to stay positive. Don't overthink it too much. Leave that last frame in the past and carry on, carry on, carry on, like the music, like Freddie Mercury. Carry on, as if nothing really matters. It's a nice scoring pace, definitely. It's 1:30 here in Helsingborg in Olympia Bowling Alley. Let's hope game two remains this way. Let's hope game two, the scoring pace can go even a little bit higher, and we will have to pay a lot of attention. We will see, we will see. Meteor Storm says, I say 92. I believe you're talking about the cut. So you are predicting that the cut is going to be 1292. Then we have Kimmo is saying Osku. Osku is not bowling on this squad. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. No, it wasn't Osku. It was actually Frankie Lavoie. Alexander Johansson got it right. Uh, Becky, you also got it right. It was Frankie Lavoie. Matt Juggs, Tom Tom Ben Ben. That's a funny name, yeah. Tom Tom Ben Ben. That sounds like a song. I could do a song with that, definitely. Frankie, yeah, you guys know this. You know Frankie's voice, right? It's particular. He's a very nice guy. We had a lot of fun the other day when he was sitting here on the streaming, on the commentator room. And just for everyone who is watching now, Ryan Barnes is going to join me in probably a couple of hours from now. He just went back to the hotel, take a quick nap, but he's going to be back. He just told me I'm going to pass by on the streaming room. I'm going to talk a little bit, and so we will have Ryan with us a little bit later on in the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. But now I really have to go for half an hour. I'll be back as soon as I can. Streaming goes on, streaming carries on. Maybe someone can jump in and talk a little bit while I'm gone, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Thank you for being there. Don't leave us. Stay with the action. It's a lot of things going on. It's an amazing squad. The scoring pace has gone quite high, and I need you to keep the bowlers safe while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Talk to you soon, guys. Okay, here we go. I'm back in the. Oh, I can hear myself. That's pretty cool. It's been a while. I haven't heard my voice on the speakers. So it was fun to. Thank you, Daniel. Works perfectly now. Back on track. I missed some of the action, but what I can see is that the scores are steady on quite above the par. I see more than 18 people above par at the moment, so I'm gonna go and update a little bit the scoring at the pace moment now. Andrew Anderson is the leader of the squad, 691. He's shot 224, 221, 246. Second position is for AJ Johnson's, 224, 210, 252. We find another American guy there on the third position. It's Justin Knowles, 680, 223, 256, 201. Another PBA bowler, in this case from Denmark, Thomas Larsen, sitting on the fourth position, 658, 244, 212, 202. The Swedish fighting for the, well, actually, if he carries this way, he's going to qualify without having to use the gateway of the seniors. Oscar Broström with 656, 220, 232, 204. Oscar did a very, very cool performance on the Wednesday party. He was playing some rock music as a DJ, both him and his son. Quite some characters. It was quite fun to see. It was quite successful as well. I was playing downstairs, he was playing upstairs. We didn't really cross there, but the comments I got from people was that it was pretty cool to win this and the way he did everything. He's a very, very particular, funny person. And now he's on the lanes and he's doing pretty good. Sixth position, we have a Finnish guy, Jarno Latti, 643. Pretty steady, 216, 209, 218. Seventh and eighth, it's positions for England, Richard Tees and Dominic Barrett. Richard has 637, Dominic has 637. The way they get over there, it's a little bit different. Richard Tees is increasing his pace, 186, 214, 237. Dominic 211, 197, 229. Then we find another United Kingdom guy. We have Christopher Sloan with 635, 218, 217, 200. Then we have a couple of Finnish guys again, Juho Rissanen and Jussi Laine, 629, 628. Mario Del Gaudio from Italy, 616. Elliot Crosby, also from England, bowling and living in Stockholm, 613, 178 to 22.15. Robin Norberg from Sweden, 178 to 23 to 11 for a total score of 612. Then we have Bjorn with 605 from Denmark, Kyle Trupp 604, Lucas Baananen 603, and Emil Svensson 601. So we are on game 4. So far, I would say this is the highest scoring, highest scoring pace on 3 games. Usually, game 3 goes quite down, quite low. Yeah, you're right. It's not United Kingdom. It should be Britain, right? The right way to say that. Definitely Irish is not United Kingdom. My apologies. I need a few more coffees to stay awake. My fault. I regret saying that. I know Irish people are not really feeling very English at all. So, back into the lanes. Let's see who's doing good. We have quite some strikes on lane 1 by Alexander Larsen. Double, 9 spare, and 4 in a row. Who else is doing good? Nicholas Carter from Denmark in lane 6. Spare, double, 8-1, but then 5 in a row. He's got the chance to strike out for a game of 250 something. 256 if he strikes out. Not many strikes all over around. Thomas Larsen, 9 spare strike, 9 spare, 9 spare strike, 9 spare on lanes 9 and 10. Christopher Sloan bowling now on 11 and 12. Just one open frame, but then a double. Let's see what else do we have over here. Andrew Anderson has got 4 bagger now on lanes 15 and 16. He's bowling on the same pair with Santo Tabainen and Oskar Broström. On the pair beside them on 13 and 14, we have Jesper Svensson and Juho Rissanen. They're both doing quite okay games. Dominic is bowling with them on lane 13 and 14. Dominic's got strike, split, spare, strike, spare, spare, strike. What else do we have over here? Okay, we've been told his separate nation, the Republic of Ireland. Yeah, it's many years I studied that. I already forgotten, and I believe in Spain we have crazy ideas sometimes about the lands, and so Barcelona, Catalonia, the Basconian area as well. As some of you know, in 2017, Catalonia tried to become independent from Spain. It didn't happen. So, yeah, let's not talk politics. Let's forget that. Let's go back to bowling, which is why we are here, and uh, and I believe that's why you are watching as well. So let's focus on the games. Let's focus on the scoring, and especially on this squad that the scores seem to be quite high. Andrew Anderson just made the fourth one. Lane 15 and 16. So that's a quite fun camera to look at the moment. We have Andrew Anderson, Santu, we have Dominic Barrett and Jesper Svensson. So it's 4 PBA bowlers in that camera going on. Who's doing okay over there? Good game. He's got a split on 1 and 2 for Alexander Larsen on the 8th. Kyle Troop is finding his way on back on lanes 5 and 6. He's gonna strike out for a 217. What I see in this squad, it's no women. It seems to be scoring high. On the previous squad, we had both Pepe Konsteri and Nora Johansson doing quite good. Two of them made it into the gateway so far for the girls. Nora Johansson with a score of 12.34. Pepe Konsteri with a score of 12.28. And the first lady on this squad at the moment is at the 20th position, Saskia Malz from Germany, with games of 204, 178, 211, for a total score of 593. That's pretty good. Still has a chance to overcome the scores that Pepe and Nora had. 3 games to go. And the scoring pace seems to be quite okay still for game 4. Remember these few days we have been doing the streaming. It was a lot of drop down on games 3 and 4. And for those of you following, if you connect yourself into the cameras on lane 17, 18, 19, 20, we have added a small window over there where you have Specto Live. So you can have a little bit of extra information on what's going on the lanes 19 and 20. Andrew Anderson, current leader of the squad, make a strike on the 10th frame. If he doubles, it's going to go all the way up to 226. So he's going to secure more than 100 over. That's pretty good for him. He's going to be happy. AJ Johnson was sitting with 86 over. Let me find AJ. I don't really see where he's bowling now. It's a lot of people in here. Okay, lanes 1 and 2. Not a very high game. He's got a split and 6 and 3. So 118. 2 more frames to go plus the spur. If he strikes out, he's going to shoot 198. It was a bit short in the pocket, so He seems to not really understand what happened. He felt like the shot was okay. The ball never made it back strong enough into the pocket. He has the 2.548 to spare, not easy spare. Richard T is also was 37 over, getting himself into a little bit of trouble. It looks like lane 1 and 2 was not or is not so easy. It looks like the traffic over there has caused a little bit of issues. On the previous game, I can see Kyle Trupp was bowling on lane 1 and 2. He shot 179. So let's see who else was there. Kyle is bowling with Nicolas Carter, who just shot 254. And on the previous game, Nicolas, let me find his score. Nicolas Carter, where are you? Yeah, 178 also for Nicolas Carter on lane 1 and 2 on the previous game. So lane 1 and 2 seem to be a little bit tough. AJ managed to take the spare, which is going to be important. Hopefully, he can make a double on the 10th frame, secure 184. And even if he's going to drop down a little bit on his scoring pace, at least it's not going to be one of those slow games that we all regret afterwards having. Now, lane 13 and 14, Jesper Svensson looking to strike again on the 11th for a 258 game. Look pretty solid. So another strike for Jesper Svensson is quite a clean game. Triple, 8 spare, strike, 9 spare, and now 5 in a row. We have Per Kromlinde talking on the chat. He says when even the best Swedes got trouble, you know the pattern is rough, even the Americans. Yes, I agree with you, Per. Definitely see when you see these super talented bowlers doing low games, and then they change lane, and another couple of super talented bowlers get into that pair, and they also struggle. That usually tells you that that pair has become quite tough. Not easy to find solutions, especially when you're in the middle of the competition and you're in the middle of the pressure of having to achieve some certain numbers. Sometimes it's not easy to make drastic decisions and make drastic moves, make big changes, especially when the guys like, for example, AJ Johnson, he had 86 over, so sometimes it's hard to decide to make a big move because you don't want to get yourself into much trouble. But for what we have been watching on this event, if you don't do those drastic moves, is when you end up putting yourself into trouble. So let's watch AJ on lane 2, standing in front of the ball return. Can he get a couple of strikes and make that game look a little better? Oh, that was really short in the pocket. His body language again is like, why the ball did not hook back. He's got a big washout, not a good pin carry either because he comes from a spare. So spare 5, that puts it 149 on the 9th frame. Not an easy spare. Let's see what AJ can do. Not so lucky. He hit the right spot, maybe a little bit light on the headpin. So he couldn't recover from that washout. That makes it a 158. He's dropping down to 844. And we have seen so many people having that same problem on one of the games. All of a sudden you drop down to 150 and you give away a lot of pins. Back to lane 13 and 14. Dominic Barrett, 226 for a 63 plus after 4. Bowling with him, Juho Rissanen, the Finnish guy. He already made the triple over there, so he's going to shoot 245 if he strikes for a total of 874. And he's got it, so yes, 245, 874, 74 over for Juho. That's a very good score, very solid after 4. Thomas Larsen also managed to do some striking after a single pin miss. Then he's got 4 in a row to go up to 214. 72 over for Thomas Larsen at the moment. Okay, we're gonna start updating the ranks pretty soon. Some people yet to through the 10th frame on lanes 7 and 8. Everyone else is pretty much done, so we will be able to give you some update on the scoring pretty soon. But it looks like a few may have slipped away from the par as it was one game ago. We have also Justin Knowles with 57 over. Justin had 680 after 3, so that means he dropped 23 pins. 177 on that fourth game, I believe. So we have a few bowlers that were doing okay. They dropped down a few pins. And game 4 is becoming quite annoying for many of these people. Okay, and Emil Spencer on lane 7 is going to make his last shot on the 12th frame. That's going to put everybody already into game number 5, which means that we are going to give you some updates pretty soon. And now, since we have some people watching, let me ask you, do your predictions. What do you guys think the final cut to get into the final is going to be? And if someone wants to take an extra answer and tell me also what do you think is going to be the cut for the step 2 and not only the step 1. So we want you guys to be part of the event. Just let us know what you think. Percom Linde, after what I've seen, 13.25. It could be. Could be, definitely. And we have the scores updated, so if you guys need some more information before you make your prediction, I'm gonna let you know how things are standing at the moment after 4 games. We still have Andrew Anderson on the lead for this squad with 917. Very steady, 224, 221, 246, 226. Looking pretty good. Then on the second position, we find the Finnish guy, Juho Rissanen. Looking better and better. 195, 209, 225, 245. Now, can Juho keep increasing his scoring pace? Looks good now. Thomas Larsen on the third position, also not doing any crazy stuff, but not getting himself into trouble. 244, 212, 202, 214. That's 72 plus for him. Dominic Barrett just moved into the 4th place on this squad with 63 over. par with games of 211, 197, 229, and 226. Richard Tees, 186, 214, 237, 224, sitting on the fifth spot on the squad with 61 over. Justin Knowles from United States, 57 over. Jasper Svensson just shot 258, so he moved on to the seventh place on the squad with 54 over. Our local senior, Oscar Brostrom, 850, still at 50 over, 220, 230, 204, and 194. AJ Johnson dropped down to ninth position, 844. That last game was quite expensive for AJ. He shot 158 on lane 1 and 2. Then we find Sloan Christopher on 10th position, 837. Right behind him, we find Kyle Trupp with 821. Then we find Jarno Latti with 821. Bjorn Jensen, 818. Alexander Larsen, 815. And we have up to 18 bowlers who remain on par. Now, that fourth game, if I look at those 18 bowlers who are still on par, I'm gonna let you know we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, 7 out of 18. Out of those 18 were below 200. The lowest ones was 177, 158, 178, 172. Now we're bowling the fifth game, and the fifth game is a turbo game as well. So even if the score has not been very good on any of the bowlers, they still have a chance to make it into the next step. So how does the final goes? 55 athletes are qualified to the final steps as follows. Athletes or bowlers position 1 to 25 in the general standing. Those are the ones who will qualify directly to the final step 2, 1 to 25. Everyone else, which is bowlers 26 to 40, plus early birds, senior, under 21, women, and turbo 5 and 6. All those other athletes are going to start bowling on the final on step 1, which is going to be Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're going to bowl 6 games starting from scratch, and the top 15 will qualify for step 2, where they'll join the top 25 from the qualifying round. Now, game 5 is looking a little bit better. I see some striking going over and over again. We have Justin Knowles on 15 and 16, spare and a triple. On lane 13 and 14, we have Bjorn Jensen with a triple as well. Let's see who else. Mario Del Gaudio on lane 1 and 2, 4-bagger, front 4, we could say. And Jesper Svensson, double 9 spare. There are some strikes, there are some in between. Andrew Anderson, our current leader, also with the double and 9 spare. He's bowling on lanes 11 and 12, if you guys want to follow. On that particular camera, you can see on 910 Dominic Barrett, Andrew Anderson. Yeah, they're doing okay, staying above par. Mario Del Gaudio is looking strong now on lanes 1 and 2. He's got the front 5. Okay, I had my apologies. I had this written down. Now I can correct you. On the final step 1, the top 30, those 30 athletes are going to bowl 5 games starting from scratch. It's not 6 games, but 5 games. Lane 15 and 16 also looking pretty good. Justin Knowles, pair and 4 in a row. Christopher Sloan, pair and 4 in a row. They are pretty close on the overall scoring, both of them. As I said before, Justin is with 57 over. Chris is with 37 over. So they really need to get quite a high game in order to put themselves in a big chance to do more than 100 and something over. We have some different predictions. It's definitely going a little bit lower than we believed at the beginning of the week. It's not going to be 150 over. But how high is it going to get? We will have to see, wait and see. It's a lot of squats yet to go. Only super talented bowlers on the lanes. So it may go a little bit higher than it is at the moment. Currently, the cut would be 79 plus. Overall leader, Ethan Fury, 193 over. And the one thing it's quite common on every pair now when I look around the screens is that everybody is already in front of the ball return. Everybody has moved pretty deep in the lane. And now we're going to have to see who manages to survive this area and who has a little bit more of trouble. How are they going to face that one? We have seen so far that it seems to be a little bit easier to get the scoring by letting the ball slide through the lane. It's not working that good to loft the ball far on the lane. The only one who really managed to do pretty well on that inside line by lofting it was Ethan Fury, and especially Nate Purchase. He did a really, really amazing job doing that. But for almost everyone, especially the young ones, trying to loft the ball has not been paying out properly, has been quite not working. On the contrary, it's been working a lot better to let the ball do the job. So you need to find a ball that's a little bit weaker on the core, so it doesn't really want to start reading too early. You want the core to start functioning as late as possible. And obviously you want some surface on it that's not going to be very tacky. You want to have as much polish as you want for these last couple of games. Now, I know at some parts in Europe has just passed the lunchtime, and some of you may be in the sofa, kind of half doing the siesta. But it would be nice to have a little bit more comments in the chat. Come on, people, wake up. Try to do some noise. Yeah, go ahead. What do you have to say? Oh, yeah, I remember the days when I had hair. Is that all you want to say on the comment? Oh my God! And then he wonders why people don't like him so much. Payback time, he says. Okay, okay, okay. It's always fun to have you around, buddy. We have a lot of fun. We make fun of each other, and that's the way life should be, right? People is taking it too serious. People is taking it into the sadness and the frustration, and we don't know for how long we're gonna be here. We have no real clue. Is there a life after life? Is there a God with a white beard waiting for us? Are we going straight to hell? I might probably go straight to hell. But we have to enjoy the time we have in this earth, and especially since we decided to be in the bowling world, that already opens a window into heaven. It's not one of those sports where we can retire when we are 20 with hundreds of millions in the bank. So let's be happy. So yeah, yeah, you got me a lot of conversation just by telling me or reminding me that I'm completely bald, and that's very nice of you, buddy. I know, I'm sexy no matter what. Just for you to know, I had a very long hair, and there was another DJ who played with me. It was at Pacha. Barcelona, you know, Pacha. I was playing a DJ there, and the other guy who was playing with me, he said, "You know what? The girls only come to talk to you because of your long hair." And I was like, "You believe they talk to me because of my long hair? You know, if I shave, they're gonna keep on talking to me, but not to you." And he was kind of, you know. I said, "Okay, if you talk to the manager, if he pays me extra, I'll shave live in the middle of a set." You can actually find that video on YouTube. You remember the black and white documentaries when the Beatles were playing, where women were screaming like "ah, ah, ah." When they started putting the machine on my head, that was the sound on the nightclub. So for a couple of hours, I was kind of afraid, like, oh, maybe he was right. Maybe they only talked to me because of the hair. And now it's been, that was 2007, so it's been 18 years. So that means I have not been into a hair salon for 18 years now. It's been 18 years, nobody has given me a massage on my bald head. And that's the only thing I miss. But if you think on the positive, you don't want to know how much I saved on shampoo, on conditioners, on haircuts. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But we should go back to a little bit of bowling. Ayorel says he's saying some real shit. I hope you're talking about when we have to be happy and we don't know what's coming after life. Otherwise, I've been talking nonsense for a couple of minutes again. Those who have been watching daily, they know that happens. Sometimes my brain goes into a wrong side and I start talking about things that have nothing to do with bowling. But it's many hours in the alley. I come here 8:30 in the morning. I leave around 12:30 in the night. And sometimes I run out of words and I need to talk about something else. Otherwise, it becomes like when I try to put Ireland inside the United Kingdom. So I do crazy stuff from time to time. But nobody's perfect, and I'm definitely far from being perfect. I have a comment here from Perkum Linde. I have never seen you with her. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, I believe there's one or two pictures from when I was a DJ at Pacha and those times before I cut my hair. When I see those pictures now, I look fun. It's like I don't know what I was doing. What was wrong with me having that long hair? And then IRL says yes about life. So I believe it. I believe it too. We need to be happy. We don't know how long we're gonna be here. We have to use every single second. We have to enjoy every single second. So we should waste a lot less energy criticizing others. We should waste a lot less energy fighting and being violent. Even mosquitoes have the, even mosquitoes have right to live. I'm not gonna tell you to go baggy or veggie, vegetarian, but yeah, be happy. Uh, give love to those who love you back, and try to harm nobody. That's really my life. My life tips: hurt nobody. Try to be happy. Try to make happy those around you. Smile, laugh, dream. What else? And if nothing else work, if you're in Europe, buy a purple hammer. Yeah, that's the final tip I have for you guys today. G1 So says you're doing great. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Doing my best. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking in front of the mirror, like, what's wrong with you? You can shut up. I know, I know, I know. But let's go back to bowling. Let's see. I see a few strikes. Some people doing okay. Dominic Barrett, lane 9 and 10. Strike, 9 spare, split 7-2. But five bagger right after that. So he has the chance to strike out for a 255 game. Dominic has currently 863. So if he manages to do that, he's going to be 118 over with just one game to go. That would be great news for Dom. Andrew Anderson bowling on 11 and 12. He has strike, 9 spare, strike, 8 spare, and strike. He can also go as high as 257 if he strikes out. He's going to have to shoot 8, 9, 10, so it's not that much. Let me see who else doing good. I'm trying to find the people who was currently at the top on this on this squad. We find Christopher Sloan. He was doing pretty okay. He was with 37 over. Now he's got the chance. If he strikes out on the 10th frame, he's going to shoot 254. That's a very high game for him as well. It's going to put him back into close to 90 over, which is really good news. Justin Knowles, he was already with 57 over, and he's got the full bagger, 9 spare strike, 9 spare strike. He can strike out on the 10th for a game of 249. That would be really good news for him as well. He would go all the way to 106 up. Strike for Chris Lohan on the 10th. The window for a 254 remains open for him. That's really good news. Talking about girls, take a look at lane 16 from Germany, Saskia Malz. She's currently 17 below par, but she's got a game of uh, about 210 at the moment, but strike on the 9th, actually double, strike on the 8th and the 9th. If she strikes out, it's going to be a 231. That would put her with 13 over, which means that on the last game, with just 216, she would be on 1229, which would be 1 pin more than Pepi Consteri, which is now sitting second on the girls' gateway into the final. Who else is doing pretty good on this game? We have Bjorn Jensen. Let me see what Bjorn was having. Yeah, Bjorn had 18 over par, so if he strikes out, it's going to be as well 259. Yeah, it would open a door for him if he has a very good last game. Another guy from Denmark who has done a previous high game was the young Nicholas Carter. Niklas was, where were you, Niklas, on the ranking? I've lost you. Just give me a second, guys. Denmark, Bjorn, Denmark. Nicholas Carter. Yeah, he had 2 over par after 254. Now he has a chance to do 246. And I mean, even if the score is not super high, the fact that he shoots 490 in this pattern in a couple of games, it proves he really can bowl. As I said before, he's a really, really talented guy. He did really well about 8-9 weeks ago in this same bowling center when we bowled the World Cup under 21. And it's a true pleasure and a true honor to be here watching this event. There's a lot of superb bowlers out there. I'm almost happy I'm sitting my ass on the chair commenting and not bowling out there. They will be kicking my ass badly. It's a lot of young, talented bowlers and a lot of older ones that really know what to do. Rino Nilsson, money you save on shampoo, you must put on soap. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, when you have hair and you use shampoo, it makes so much, what you call, scum? Foam, yeah, that's true. How can I forget foam? When I've been the DJ for the foam party for over 16 years, and I forgot it was called foam. My God, my memory is not what it used to be. Alzheimer is kicking in quickly. Okay, it's definitely a lot of striking going on. Andrew Anderson, double, double, triple. Dominic Barrett, double and a 5-bagger. Jarno Latti, a couple of triples, even if there is a couple of open frames in there. Emil Svensson, a 4-bagger. Mario Del Gaudino started with the front 5. Nicholas Carter, also a 4-bagger and a triple. Someone's angry outside. I can hear someone a little bit upset on the back. I don't want to know who that was. Bjorn Jensen also triple, 9 spare strike, 9 spare triple. He has a chance to go to 259. Is everybody breathing? No dead bodies. Okay, that's good. We just heard somebody outside the streaming room. It was a little bit like, you know, if they were advertising the next Jurassic World movie. It sounded like the T-Rex was outside. And I got chicken skin all of a sudden, and the air conditioner is not that powerful today. So, yeah. Was it Katy Perry? You're gonna hear me roar. Is it Katy Perry? Cool. My DJ side of the brain still has memories. My bowling side that doesn't have such a good memory. Okay, game number 5. Almost done. A lot of people are finished. A lot of people just making the 10th, 11th frame. One of them is Andrew Anderson on lane 12. Beautiful strike for Andrew over there on his way for a 257 game. He's going to be real pleased. AJ Johnson, not a good carry on after the 158 on the previous game. He actually needs to make 3 in a row on the 10th to make 158 again. Otherwise, it's going to be somewhere below that. Uh, AJ is such a nice guy. Very, very nice. Very easy to talk to. Very humble. Very open to everybody who approaches him. So I guess in a way we are rooting for him to do a little bit better. We want him to see in the final. He won this event a couple of years ago. So we're gonna send some positive vibes to AJ. See if he finds his way. Thomas Larsen got himself also into a little bit of trouble in lane 5 and 6. He's got 3 splits, only 3 strikes. He just left the 4-pin on the 10th frame, so if his purse is going to be with 168, but he already had a high squad from before. Justin Knowles, he finished his game with 237. Now he's sitting with 1,094. That's quite okay. It's giving him a chance to bowl a good last game and secure his spot in the final. Chris Lohan shot 243, now sitting with 80 over. He also has a chance to find himself on a good final game and make it into the final. Jesper Svensson, he shot 209. So he's going to be now with 63 over. Jesper's going to need a little bit of a higher game on the last of the squad, probably 240 something, maybe even more, maybe 250. Juho Rissanen is currently going to shoot the 11th frame. He's already on the 220s, and he had quite a good score. Let's see what he does on the 11th frame. Yeah. Oh, almost a solid 7, but he got the strike, so 230 something. That's gonna put Juho with more than 100 over par. That's very good. And Andrew Anderson shot 242 for a total of 11 and 59. Dominic Barry, they had a split on the 10th frame. Not the best ending. 221, but still he has a good chance on the last one. He's with 84 over after 5. Um, that's 9 for Juho on the 12th, 234. That's a good game. He's having a total of, come on, show me, 108 over. So just a couple of guys ending their last frames on that game 5. So we will update the scoring pretty soon. Just a couple of minutes. And I'll let you know what the rankings are, what the status is for this squad. Ah, AJ Johnson not so happy on 5 and 6, 148. He dropped all the way down to 992. It's amazing how quickly you can lose your pace and get yourself in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna let you know a little bit who's bowling where and which cameras could be interesting to have a look on this sixth and last game of this second squad of the day. Lanes 1 and 2, we find Jesper Svensson with 1063 and Juho Rissanen with 1108. The two of them have a chance to make it into the final. Jesper needs a little bit of a higher game, but they are there. They're doing okay. They sharing pair of lanes with Thomas Larsen, who currently has 40 over on this squad. Also on that same camera, you can see Santu, the former PBA Rookie of the Year. You can also see Jarno Lati, who has 38 over, and the senior Swedish guy who looks like he's gonna get himself secured into the gateway for the seniors, over 50. He's got 28 over after 5. Then if you want to see somebody else on the next camera, lanes 5, 6, 7, 8, we can find Mario Del Gaudio, who's currently with 33 over. On that same pair, we find Dominic Barrett is with 84 over. So Dominic probably needs a game at approximately, I would say, at least 220 something, 230 would give him a bigger chance. On that same camera, we find Andrew Anderson, who's having 1159. Andrew doesn't need much. Only thing Andrew needs is to make sure he doesn't do any disaster. Let's see what Dom does on this first shot. He got a perfect strike. That looked really, really good. If we skip the cameras 9, 10, 11, 12, we find AJ Johnson, uh, Bjorn Jensen, who is with 54 over par. So Bjorn needs quite a high game. He needs at least 250 something, 250, a high 250, maybe 260. Also on that camera, we find Justin Knowles with 94 over. Justin probably needs just 220 something. That could work for him. Then if we look to the next cameras from 13 to 16, we find Richard Tees with 28 over, but everyone else is a little bit below par. Not many can do much unless they have a very, very high game and they can use that for the turbo. 17 to 20, we find Elliot Crosby, Kyle Trupp with 15 over, Nicholas Carter with 37 over, and Chris Lohan, who was with 80 over. Also bowling in the same pair as Christopher Sloan, we have William Spencer and Emil Spencer. Emil had 14 over. So it's not that many who have the chance to shoot above 1300. I would say only Andrew has a chance to finally reach that 1400 that nobody has yet achieved. But we're gonna have to see. Jesper on 1 and 2 started with a double. As we said, he needs at least a 250 high to give himself a chance to at least be beyond the 1310s. So there is quite some interesting action going on. Quite a few bowlers that still need to do, but they are alive. Okay, I'm gonna ask everybody who is there watching, who do you think is gonna make the highest game on this final game of the squad? And if you want to, you can tell us also what do you think the score is going to be for those guys. I'm gonna see if I can refresh the standings. Give me a second. No, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to wait for the techniques to arrive. Time to oil. You mean you're finally gonna put some oil on the lanes? Payback. I was waiting. I was waiting for you to say something. As you can listen or you can hear, me and Christian Jonas, we are teasing each other a little bit. We're having a lot of fun. We spend so many hours together over here that what else we can we do, right? 2.5, yeah. Still a lot of chit chat to go on. Ooh, that can be an expensive frame for Chris Sloan on 19 and 20. Was a little bit short to the pocket. The pins were not so friendly to him, and he has the 8-10. Chris was 80 over, so he needs definitely to produce at least, I would say, 228, 230. Every single pin can be super important now. It's a lot of bowlers on that plus 80 to plus 100, 110. So every single pin, it's really, really, really necessary now. Another bowler who's going to need to do some miracles is Jesper Svensson. He's got a double in the baby split, but Jesper was a little bit lower on his over par. He couldn't spare it, so he needs to really strike out for the 266, I believe. Um, but he really needs to do that, otherwise that squad is not going to be the one working for him. Now Andrew Anderson, strike, spare, double. Andrew is bowling on 7 and 8. He has a fair chance to do a quite high scoring. Is he going to make it all the way to the 1400s? Is he going to be the first one to break that barrier? Well, definitely he has the talent, and ever since has moved to Storm, he's bowling unbelievable good. He's doing a lot of damage over there on the tour, and he's probably willing to do some damage over here as well. Not a good friend for Jesper Svensson after a double 8 and 1. Not a good friend for Dominic Barrett with a double and also baby split 8 and 1. And both of them are in the need of kind of a high game. Jesper requires a little bit of a higher game than Dominic, but Dominic also has the need to do high. Um, I haven't updated on the ranking for this squad. I'm gonna read them right away to all of you so you know exactly what's going on. Andrew Andersson, 11.59 after 5. Juho Rissanen from Finland, 11.08 after 5. Justin Knowles, 10.94. Then we find Dom with 10.84. Then we have Sloan with 10.80 and Jesper with 10.63. So anywhere lower than that, they really need to go for quite a high game. So it could also work not only for the squad, but the turbo. And if you remember when we were talking about the girls, Saskia Mals from Germany, she was quite steady. She had, let me see, even just to mention her name, we have jinxed. I didn't said anything about her game. It's unbelievable just to look at her name on the table. I'm gonna explain. She's bowling on lane 19 and 20. She had the front four. She's only 20 below par, so she needs a 249 game to be precise to overcome the score of Peppi Consteri, which is now in second position on the girls. Since she had the front four, it started to look pretty good, but now she had a washout and a very unlucky spare. That's actually what happens to me every time I try to spare the washout. The head pin always goes around the 10. I tried that in 100 different ways, ball straight, hook the ball, etc., but it always ends up going around the 10. So if you guys are watching and you have any tip for doing that in an easy way, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to try. We have Iceland moments, Philippines, 280 for Andrew Anderson. Okay, it's still possible. Strike, spare, and 3 in a row. So yes, it could be Does anyone else want to play the game with us? What do you think is going to be the highest score on this sixth game? And who will it be? And how many will he throw or she throw or shoot? We have front four for Alec in lane 5 and 6. We have spare and 3 for Juho Rissanen in 1 and 2. Juho is doing quite good. Remember, Juho is sitting with 108 over, so the fact that he has a spare and a triple, it's very good news for him. People who needs to do very, very good. Jesper Svensson is running out of time. He needs to start striking now or now. Um, Sloan, same thing for him. He got that 8 and 10 on the fourth frame. He's been striking every shot on the 19, and he's got another split on 20. Not looking good for Christopher. Ay, ay, ay. Can nobody give me a good day? Can nobody give me a 300 and a 1400? Come in, come in. We have some more people with front four. We have Bjorn Jensen on 9 and 10. We had Pontus Andersson in the front four, but he just left the 6-10 on 11 and 12. You know, I've been sitting on these screens for quite many days, and I've just realized that the separation between 10 and 11 is thicker than any other pairs. Did you had to fix your? Did you had to fix the atlas to avoid that extra? Ah, at the World Cup, yeah. You see, it takes me a while, but I pay attention to details. Only took me 5 events to realize that. If you guys are curious what I'm talking about, you can just go to the cameras on 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like it's 3 ball returns over there, but no, it's only 2. Okay, who's talking over here? Chaspari, I have a 6 pound ball that I should wash out with. Slow hook it into the headpin and the ball. Yeah, yeah, but 6 pound is a little bit. It's a little bit too light, probably for me. But I understand what you mean. Actually, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was back in Mora 3 years ago, and I was the coach over there, and I was bowling for the team as well. Since I was coaching a lot of the young kids, and I tried to make them realize how important it is to work on sparing. That's my biggest issue, actually, for real. No jokes over there with the washout. So they had that Brunswick system that you can decide what pins they put on over and over and over again. And I put myself on training that washout, 100 shots. It was working nothing. I tried hook it from the outside, straight from the outside, straight from the middle, straight from the left side. And one of the young kids just arrived from school and asked me, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm trying to find a way to spare that washout a little bit better because for some reason I always keep having the head pin around the 10. And after 70 or 80 attempts, it wasn't really working. The percentage was maybe 30% or something like that, so not so good. I got so tired, I said, you know what, I'm going to grab one of those bowling alley 10-pound balls. I grabbed it to use it the left hand instead. I tried it 3 times. I spared it 3 times in a row. And the kid says to me, why don't you bring that ball into the National League so you can spare the washout? So, yeah, I understand what you mean. What? Don't leave it. Yeah, don't leave it. I was expecting that from you. What else could? What? Oi, Oscar is having a lot of issues on lane 3. Yeah. Yeah, Oscar in lane 3, he got stuck on the previous shot over there, but now he got so stuck he shot the ball on the left gutter. And that's not something you see very often. He got really, really stuck. There's a kind of a separation between lane 2 and 3 on that approach. He seems to be sliding on that particular spot and causing him a little bit of problems. But Oscar is 28 over par, so if that is the issue, I mean, you're doing good for the senior. Probably you better move, grab the spare ball on that, and just hit the headpin, which is exactly what he just did on the second shot. One thing is for sure, when you become a senior, you don't want to hurt yourself. That's the last thing you want to do. Now, back to people who had some chances. Dominic Barrett is just flying the ball into the moon on lane 5. Jesper Svensson is going to grab a coffee and bowl the next squad. This one's not going to be the one. Not easy, not easy. And if you see a super talented bowler like Jesper Svensson suffering, well, that tells you how difficult it's becoming to achieve high scoring on this event. People that's doing okay, Richard Tees, double and triple, no open frames. He needs to strike out for a 269, I believe. Oh, solid 10. So that could be max of 248, and he was with 28 over, so that's going to put him on 76 over if he strikes out. Not enough. And Saskia, another open frame on 19 and 20. She's not going to achieve enough to get into the top 2 of the girls either. Andrew Anderson, another solid 10, but he's got a couple of doubles, so he should make it easily into the final. Actually, he's trying to get some higher scores so he can make it directly into step 2, but it's looking like he's going to manage to do that. He was with 159 over after 5, and now he's already 17 over par and still has the 9 and 10th frame to go for. He's hitting the pocket quite consistently, so it could be possible for him to do 220, 230 and go all the way up to maybe even try to catch Ethan. AJ Johnson finding his way back on 9 and 10. Too bad it didn't really work for him on the last couple of games. It was really, really low. Yeah, Sloan is out of the picture. He can only go all the way to 206. Kyle doesn't look very happy either on 17 and 18. It's definitely going to be a little bit of higher scoring on this squad. It's going to be quite a few more people doing over par than we have seen in some other squads, but not many are going to really do enough to stay above the 1310s, which is looking more and more like the number, somewhere around 1300 and 1310. Yeah, we're starting to lower down the cut. Chasbury says, I normally throw 14 or 15 pounds, but there used to be a 6-pound tourney in the area. Oh, wow. That's when I started to practice with that. Comes in handy. I average about 160 with a 6-pounder. That's not bad, actually. When you throw a 6-pound ball into the head pin, it usually deflects so much that it's really not really easy to carry down many pins. Then we have some comments from Iceland Moments Philippines. Andrew Anderson needs 241 for 1400. Yes, but unfortunately he can only go to 237. Now it's going to be even a little bit less than that. So no 1400s yet. If he strikes out, he'll take top spot by a couple of pins. that was right, but unfortunately, it's not gonna work. Maybe he can shoot 1383 by striking out on the last one. It's still a great squad for Andrew. He played well on every single game. Lowest game, actually, the lowest game for Andrew could be the current one with 214 if he does not double. But he shot to 24, to 21, to 26 as lowest games. The other two were 246 and 242. That's pretty good, pretty good. Uh, some striking on 3 and 4 also. We can see Santu shooting 230 for a 1230. Jesper Spensson's 1250. The other guy is doing pretty good. As we said before, it was Juho Rissanen from Finland. Bowling with Jesper in lane 1 and 2 is looking for a 267 if he strikes out. Yeah, it's a nice carry over there. It looked like it was going to be the 4-9, but both of them decided to go to bed. They fell down. That puts him already on the scoring pace of 250. One more strike is going to be 267. So he can go up to 1370 something. Which actually means if he strikes out and Andrew does not double, Juho could be the leader of the squad. Now, before we end on this squad and we come back for the next one, if you're watching and you yet not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. It's going to help us keep the content for free. You just need to click on the button. Subscription is 100% free. You're going to be able to see all the event until the very end of it. That means the finals, the step ladders, even the prize ceremony, I believe. And right after this event is over, it's going to be a lot more bowling coming on. We're going to be showing some PBA regionals in Sweden. We're going to show some national league in Sweden, which is unbelievably exciting. Not only a lot of talented bowlers, some PBA bowlers coming to bowl into the Swedish National League. This year is a new format. It dropped down from 12 to 10 teams, so that means the talent is going to be even more concentrated. But the atmosphere and yeah, it's a lot of crowd, it's a lot of noise, it's very exciting, so it's highly recommended to see if you have never seen it. It looks like Juho is going to be the new leader of the squad. He's going to shoot 267 for 1375. Andrew Anderson got 6 on the 10th frame. So he can go all the way to 1369. And Juho only needs 4 pins to get that 1369 score on the 12th frame. Unbelievable. But we have some 1300s over here. That's pretty cool. Richard T is pretty close. Good attempt. 1274. Sloan, unbelievably unlucky on that last pair. He went all the way down to 170, so he dropped to 1250. And Juho Rissanen, 264 for a total of 1372, is going to be the leader of the squad. Very well bowled. Congratulations. I'm going to go out there and have a quick chat with him, short interview. Just so you know, we keep posting everything, not only on the YouTube channel, also on the Storm Lucky Larsen's Instagram. So make sure you follow that account as well. Next squad is gonna start at 5 o'clock. So everybody make sure to come back at 5 o'clock. We're gonna have Ryan Barnes coming and talk a little bit with us. And we will try to bring some other PBA bowlers to give us their point of view, let us know how they're doing during the week on and off the lanes. It was quite an interesting squad to witness. It was a lot higher average than in a few before. Even with 5 games to go, we had 16 bowlers above par. So that was quite interesting to look and comment into. So, as I said, we're going to be back at 5 o'clock. Action keeps going on, cameras remain on. So, I'll talk to you in just an hour. Have fun, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Also nicht mit 20, ohne Kopfsteinpflaster, kurz vor der Kurve, das ist schlecht. Also will man nehmen? Vor allen Dingen, weil seine Strategie mal Ballspiel zu gewinnen ist, einfach nicht stehen zu bleiben. Der ist jeden Hof Ausfallschritt nach rechts weggehen. Du jetzt so. Ich glaube, das gestern war. Oh ja.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Olympia Bowling, Helsingborg, Sweden, the Swedish Riviera, the place to be, the best PBA tournament in the world, or at least outside the US. I'm standing here with Matt McNeil from Storm. Someone told me that there will be a seminar going on later today. What time will that be?
It's going to be at 6 o'clock tonight. If you want to attend, just be at the entrance of the bowling center on the inside at 5 minutes to 6 or 1800 hours as we use here in Europe. And we'll take you into the classroom. We've got a really good seminar lined up tonight.
Sounds great. Sounds like a great idea. So don't forget to sign up with that. And what will we talk about during the seminar?
Well, it's everybody's favorite topic, laying out bowling balls. What are the secrets to laying out a good bowling ball versus some maybe not so good layouts for certain bowling balls. I'm going to teach you the fundamentals and the foundation knowledge you need to lay out a bowling ball, whether you're one-handed or you're two-handed. So it's a very exciting course, a lot of great videos and a lot of good information in there.
Don't miss out, please sign up. 5 minutes to 6, and Matt will take care of you and show you some maybe some new ways on how to solve problems that you're facing here at the Larsen tournament. And thank you, Matt, and we'll see you later.
Yes, thank you very much. And if you want to sign up, if you see me walking around or Martin Larsen, just let us know that you'd like to sign up and we'll get you a spot.
Perfect, thank you.
Maybe it is for you after all. Oh! I'm gonna keep it now. Joo, niin oli vähän semmonen, niin kuin, että mietittiin vähän ja sitten se lopputulos meni vähän semmoinen.
Peak on street. Please come over to the bar. Let me know if you want to bowl. Luca Nassaro, Ronnie Leskinen, Johannes Tonteri. Also, please come over here. Let me know if you're interested on bowling the next one. Is Luca Nassaro in the building? Luca, if you want to bowl, please let me know if you want to bowl. Thomas Sorsi,